Most great actors were not born into a world of fame and fortune. It may seem surprising that many celebrities have had different careers before reaching A-list stardom. Here's what some of the most popular actors in Hollywood were doing before they got famous. Before landing the role of Wolverine, Hugh Jackman was a high school physical education teacher. Hugh Jackman had an ordinary career before he entered Hollywood. He is a high school physical education teacher at Uppingham School in England. Jackman was once interviewed by his former student Rollo Ross, who later became an entertainment journalist. After meeting Rollo at a red carpet event in Zurich, Jackson said, "Rollo, I'm sorry, my friend, but we go way back."
Yeah.
I mean, how do you feel about that? And what do you
I feel good, but Rollo, I'm sorry, man. We go way back. I used to teach you at high school in PE, and I want to know how your physical education is progressing. It's very important to me. You guys don't know that, but this man here, yes, I used to teach you at Uppingham School in London. Yes, that's right.
Oh, no!
How is your education going?
Oh, it's going great.
Did I set you up for life?
Oh, yes, definitely, definitely.
Anyway, back to the festival. You got a nice
Today, Brad Pitt is one of the most recognizable stars in Hollywood. He dropped out of the University of Missouri School of Journalism 2 weeks before his graduation as an actor, and then had to find another way to make ends meet. He eventually donned a chicken suit and handed out flyers to attract customers to El Pollo Loco restaurant. He also drove strippers as a job. In addition to providing transportation for them, he said he was responsible for various things throughout the parties, like playing the music. Then you had to catch the clothes so the guys didn't steal them as they came off. And then you had to try to collect the money at the end and get out of there alive, and it was not always easy, he added. Pitt said that job led him to his acting coach, Roy London, after a woman he worked with recommended one of London's classes. For years, Pitt took on small roles on TV shows and in movies before gaining more widespread fame in films like Thelma and Louise, 1991, and Interview with the Vampire, 1994. George Clooney was an insurance salesman before he became one of the world's biggest stars. George Clooney dropped out of college and moved to Los Angeles to pursue an acting career, which was not successful at the time. At the same time, he also worked many odd jobs to make money, one of which was selling insurance. Fortunately, he was able to make it big as an actor. He appeared on a few well-known shows, like NBC's The Golden Girls and NBC's The Facts of Life, and had smaller film roles before really launching his career on NBC's ER in 1994. Years before becoming a famous actress, Taraji Henson worked at the Pentagon. In college, Taraji Henson had a few different jobs. According to Vanity Fair, she worked as a receptionist at the Pentagon by day and a Tina Turner cover singer on a Potomac River cruise ship by night.
Kids had jobs. That's why they weren't, like, killing each other. We actually had jobs, and our government looked out for us because I was actually in a stay-in-school program. So as long as I was in school full-time, I could work 20 hours a week.
So what did you do at the Pentagon?
I was a receptionist. Nothing important.
Did you have to have, but to be in the Pentagon itself, did you have to have a security clearance?
No, that was the most important thing about my job.
You had a security clearance?
I had a security clearance.
Wow.
Yes, I did.
Henson's breakthrough role was in the comedy Baby Boy, 2001, and she gained more success in films like Hustle and Flow, 2005, and The Curious Case of Benjamin Button, 2008. Jennifer Aniston is another celebrity who had several odd jobs before becoming an A-lister. She worked as a bike messenger in New York City when she was 19, and she's called it the toughest job she ever did. Aniston was also a waitress and a telemarketer. After building up her filmography with a few smaller roles, Aniston became a household name in 1994 when she landed the part of Rachel on NBC's Friends. Christopher Walken did not have the most ordinary of jobs. He worked with a lion tamer for a circus. It was a touring circus that was owned by a man named Terrell Jacobs. It was just one big tent, and he was a lion tamer. He didn't have any kids, but the bit was that I would dress up as his son in an identical outfit. When he would finish his act, there would be one lion left, and I used to go in and have this lion do tricks. Walken went on to have a whole slew of roles on TV and in movies like Annie Hall, 1977, and The Sentinel, 1977. In 1979, he also won an Academy Award for his role in the film The Deer Hunter, and his career really took off from there. Before her award-winning role, Amy Adams worked as a waitress at Hooters. She said it was a great job out of high school, and I was a hostess at first, and then I waited tables for a while, and it was great. Her first high-profile film role was in Catch Me If You Can, 2002, but her performances in Junebug, 2005, and Enchanted, 2007, helped launch her to stardom. Steve Carell was once a neighborhood mailman. It was the hardest job he's ever had, and he even had to use his own car for the gig. The actor went on to work on NBC's Saturday Night Live and perform in small roles on TV and in films, but he didn't find widespread fame until his early 40s when he landed the role of Michael Scott on NBC's The Office. Once he left the show, Carell became a full-on movie star. Megan Fox wore a banana suit outside a smoothie shop before her big role in Transformers, 2007. Although she said she mostly worked behind the register, she would sometimes have to dress up as a giant banana and stand by the highway to attract customers. It was weird, and what was bad about it was that your face wasn't hidden, she said. Fox got her start acting in films like Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen's Holiday in the Sun, 2001, Bad Boys 2, 2003, and Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen, 2004. She also had small roles on shows like the WB's What I Like About You and CBS's 2.5 Men. In 2007, her leading role in Transformers made her a household name. Harrison Ford was a carpenter. He said, I had a house at the time I wanted to remodel, a bit of the wreck of a house. I'd invest money in tools but wouldn't have money for materials, so I realized this was another way of putting food on the table. Star Wars wasn't his first acting role, but it is one of his most famous. George Lucas, who had worked with him on American Graffiti, 1973, and Lucas ended up choosing him for the role of Han Solo, which launched him to mainstream fame. And that brings us to an end of Before They Were Famous, what top actors did. I guess the moral of this video is never give up on your dreams. If you're working in some crummy job, one day you could be a mega movie star. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Till next time, take care.